Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Shubha here. I hope you will like this video. Please do like, share, comment and don't forget to subscribe. Today in this video, we'll discuss about the required evidences for the Self-Assessment Toolkit 5th edition for the standard COP9. Standard COP9. The organization provides care in intensive care and high dependency units in a systematic manner. Departments and the staffs involved in this activity are medical staff, nursing staff, paramedics, physiotherapists, nutritionists, housekeeping or support team. Objective element COP 9A speaks about the policies and the procedures. Evidences: policy on ICU guidelines for patient management should address all objective elements mentioned under this standard. Standard operating procedures across critical ICU processes right from admission to discharge process. Display of criteria for admission and discharge based on the scope of clinical practices. Display of infection control practices should be updated and used for regular training. Patient medical record or ICU chart to ensure adherence to the defined policy. Medical audit for observations and corrections if any. Objective element COP 9B speaks about admission and discharge criteria. Evidences: ICU admission and discharge policy should include transfer in and transfer out protocol. Criteria for admission and discharge based on the scope of ICU services. SOP patient monitoring protocol in reference to national and international guidelines. Patient medical record for adherence to the written policy. Medical audit for observations and corrections if any. Clinical audit for observations and corrections if any. Objective element COP 9C speaks about adequate staff and equipment. Evidences: ICU admission and discharge policy should address transfer in and transfer out, including those leaving against medical advice. ICU admission and discharge criteria based on best clinical practices and standard treatment guidelines. Nurses' competency assessment records, qualification and experience records. Job description based on defined credentials and privileges. Training records shall be updated. Personal records with appraisal. Objective element COP 9D speaks about upgrade physical infrastructure. Evidences: facility layout of ICU should demonstrate the components described in the objective element. Physical inspection of area for observations and compliance to the document. Equipment management records include regular maintenance, AMC, CMC and service records. Infrastructure and safety audit reports for observations and corrections. Objective element COP 9E speaks about managing bed shortage. Evidences: ICU policy on shortage of beds should define the guidelines to address this situation. Protocol to adapt at times of shortage of beds. Staff shall be trained. Patient medical record to ensure adherence. Patient transfer notes as per written guidance. Medical audit for observations and corrections if any. Objective element COP 9F speaks about infection control protocol. Evidences: infection control policy and manual in line with the organization's manual. SOP on related infection control practices, staff training in line with the defined guidelines. Infection control committee meetings and minutes. Agenda, discussion and conclusion should be clearly indicated. Biomedical waste management protocol should be defined and displayed where applicable. Standard precaution protocol should be defined and displayed where applicable. Medical audit for observations and corrections if any. Observation and interview. Staff interview should be conducted and documented. Registers, incident report and corrective action, preventive action. The report should be detailed. Objective Element COP 9G speaks about implementing quality assurance. Evidences. Quality assurance policy should be in consonance with the organization's quality assurance program. Medical audit for observations and corrections if any. Quality audit should be in line with the defined and measured indicators. COP and HIC committee meeting minutes should be documented. Objective Element COP 9H speaks about effective communication. Evidences. Policy on regular counseling to patients and or their family members should cover all aspects defined in the objective element. SOP on effective communication to address emergency situations. Staff training should be conducted in line with written guidance. Patient medical record to comply with the written guidance. Medical audit for observations and corrections if any. I hope you liked this video. Thank you for watching.